greetings of the day. Let's begin today's topic. You know very well that in chapter 3rd electrochemistry we have been done the Nernst equation. Okay, in yesterday's class I have told you the Nernst equation, what is actually the Nernst equation is, and I have told you that this is not my complete equation. You know that the reason behind this particular topic, because Nernst equation is something which is very elaborated and it has many applications depending on it. Okay, with the help of many cases, with the help of many conditions, we can elaborate our Nernst equation into many forms. Clear? So this was the point I wanted to say. Now the first point is we have just done in the Nernst equation in yesterday's class that we have to write it because we have to calculate the E cell. And I have told you that E cell is something which denotes the EMF of the cell at any concentration. Okay, and it is equals to E naught cell minus 2.303 RT by MF log 1 by Mn plus, right? Sorry, it could be M also, it could be Mn plus 1. And with the help of 2.3 RT divided by F, if we put all the equations, we have seen E cell equals to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by N log 1 over Mn positive, because we have taken that the final product concentration is equals to 1. Okay, so this was all the point we have done in our yesterday's class, which we have studied, but the Nernst equation is much beyond this particular point. We have done this in the case of only half cell, just like we had zinc is converting into zinc 2 positive plus 2 electron. So this is my initial cell concentration, this is my final concentration. This we have done. Now the point here is this is we have done just in the case of half cell. What would happen if we have my particular equation, my two half cells are combined, they're making an electrochemical cell, and in this case we have to calculate my E cell. Okay, so my Nernst equation would be definitely changed, and there is a short and a little bit easy topic, a little bit easy explanation how we can write out the Nernst equation for a complete cell. Okay, so let's start with the topic. All right, let's begin. I'm taking a short example first of all. With the help of example, we would go on to our topic. So I'm writing Nernst equation for two half cells. Okay. All right. So let's we have the same example, zinc plus copper 2 positive is converting to zinc 2 positive plus copper. This is an example of electrochemical cell you have studied. Huh? Now let's move on. That if we have to write zinc is converting to zinc 2 positive plus 2 electron, copper 2 positive is gaining 2 electron and converting into copper. Both are my half cell. This is oxidation, this is reduction. Now, if for the Nernst equation, we have to rewrite the oxidation or the reduction, we have to rewrite the E cell value that we have done in our yesterday's class that I have shown you. We can easily write E cell for it equals to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by N log 1 by Zn2 positive. Can I write or not? Definitely yes. Same as it is for it, I can write this is equals to log 1 copper 2 positive. These are the points we have done. Now the point here arises, this is for the half cell, and we have to calculate for the two half cell or complete electrochemical cell. You know the rule in the yesterday's class or in the previous 2-3 classes, we have completed the rule that E cell for a complete reaction could be calculated as E naught reduction minus E naught oxidation. Am I right or not? Definitely yes, we have done E naught reduction minus E naught oxidation. This is known to be the exact rule of E cell. Now, E naught reduction, that means my E cell is equals to E naught cell 0.0591 divided by n log 1 by copper 2 positive minus E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by n log 1 divided by Zn2 positive. So I have done nothing. I have just rewrite the two equations, and from yesterday's class, I have taken my Nernst equation and put for the both. Now we have to combine them and get the exact idea. So let's see how it's happening. Okay. Now the point here is for, let's say one more thing, I have taken it wrong. This is not E naught cell, this is not E naught cell, this is, I have remembered, I'm sorry for that. Because this is my half cell, and a half cell cannot be taken as complete cell. So I would like to write it E naught Zn Zn2 positive, same as it is copper 2 positive. Hai. So it would be E naught, we are writing copper 2 positive copper minus E naught Zn2 positive. Okay. So now after combining, can we write E cell equals to E naught copper 2 positive copper minus E naught zinc 2 positive minus 0.0591 divided by n is taken common. The minus sign would make it positive. Am I clear till now? Okay. Now this is the definition of E naught cell, because E naught cell equals to E naught reduction minus E naught oxidation, and this is a complete cell we have taken. So my E cell is now become E naught shell minus 0.0591 divided by n log 1 by copper 2 positive. And what would we do with this particular case, Vijay? We know very well that in this case, this is my log 1 and log Zn2 positive. If we solve it, log 1 is equals to 0. So can I rewrite it like this? Okay, whenever I would solve it, what would happen? Log 1 would be equals to 0 plus log Zn2 positive. But I hope this you have studied in your mathematics class or even in 11th class if you're from medical, that whenever we have been given log A divided by B, we can write it log A minus log B. So log A is equals to 0 and we are left with log zinc 2 positive. I'm sorry, I don't know where we have done the sign problem, but it would be becomes to positive. So my definitely answer would be equals to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by n log Zn2 positive divided by copper 2 positive. Okay. So this is my final equation. Am I clear with this? Am I okay with this? We have done the topic. We have just told how to calculate the complete E cell value when we have combined two half cells with each other. Okay, so this is the way we have to calculate the E cell for a Nernst equation. But this is, we have taken just an example. Now, what would we do if we have to write it for a complete equation for any kind of general equation? Let's see. Suppose we are having okay, suppose we are having a reaction is converting to, that is small a, small b, small x, and small y are my coefficients, and we are taking n electrons over here. Okay, so we can write our equation as E cell equals to E naught cell minus 2.303 RT divided by NF log the product over here divided by the reactant. Am I clear or not? This is like we have done in our yesterday's class, but we have combined our two half cells and our equation has become a little bit complex. But you can easily check out that this is our final equation which we have done, which we have put as the numerator, and this is we have the reactant which we have put as denominator. Am I clear? So this is kind of point we have studied in our lower classes also, that is product divided by reactant. Okay, now this is my final Nernst equation, same as it is. After putting all the values of R, T and F, we would get E cell equals to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by N log X, Y divided by A, B, and their coefficients have been put as their power. Okay, so this is my complete Nernst equation. I hope you have got the point. Now, with the help of two examples, we will solve our two Nernst equation, the yesterday's class also and this class also. Okay, let's take a simple example. We have been provided with the example that we have to calculate the electrode potential of a copper wire. Okay, the question is, there is copper which was present in the form of copper 2 positive, that is copper sulfate solution, and it is converting into copper. Okay, plus 2 electron, definitely because it is 2 electron over there. Now we have to calculate the E value because we have been provided with E naught that is equals to 0.34. So what is the Nernst equation? E equals to E naught minus 0.0591 divided by N, which is equals to 2 log 1 by copper 2 positive. E naught is given as 0.34 minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log the concentration of copper 2 positive is given as 0.1. We have been provided with 0.1 molar copper sulfate. That means 0.1 molar concentration, log 1, 0.1. We would solve it and we would get our final answer. Am I clear, bache? So I just want to say you have to remember these two equations on the basis of which you will get your questions. And definitely the previous, rather than the previous equation we have done in our yesterday's class, this equation is quite important, in which we have observed how the product and the reactant have been placed. Okay, and hopefully you can solve the log value. You know the general formulas of log, that is log A divided by B equals to log A minus log B. Do not mess up with this negative sign, okay, and you will easily solve it. Okay, so this was it. Let's have another example of today's equation. Hello sir, am I audible? Okay, let's move with our next question. The next question is, we have been taken with magnesium and 2 moles of silver. Magnesium plus 2 moles of silver. We have been provided with the concentration over here that is equals to 0.001 molar. That is concentration, and it is converting into magnesium 2 positive, which has the concentration 0.130 plus 2 Az. Yes, definitely this is concentration, so it has the unit in the form of mole. और हमें क्या क्या है हमारे पास? We have been provided with E naught of oxidation that is equals to, sorry, that means reduction potential is over there, minus 2.37 volt. Same as it is, we have been provided with E naught silver, positive silver equals to plus 0.80. Okay, just give me a second, please. First of all, bache, we have been provided with the reduction potential. So we do not have any kind of tension because we have been provided with reduction potential. We can directly put it into the E naught cell value and calculate. We do not need to change any kind of sign over. Okay, so now let's solve with the equation E cell equals to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by N. What is N over here? This is equals to 2. How? Because magnesium is releasing 2 electrons and a silver is gaining 1 electron. But for 2 moles, that would be 2 multiply 1. That is N equals to 2. I hope I'm clear with this. E equals to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log. What is the final equation? The product divided by reactant. That is Ag. But I have told you that the coefficient has been raised as the power. है ना? Divided by, we are left with the reactant concentration, power 2. Okay. Now we have been provided with each and every equation, that is E cell equals to E naught cell. First of all, we have to calculate E naught cell. How we can calculate E naught cell? That is equals to E naught reduction minus E naught oxidation. Reduction is taking place in silver. 0.80 minus 2.37. That would become equals to almost 3.17. Yes. So E naught cell is equal to 3.17 minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log Mg2 positive is given as 0.130. Silver positive is given as 0.001 to the power 2. Okay. Now the point is, bache, we have been provided with magnesium 2 positive and silver positive. What about the silver and magnesium? How can we put the concentration of these points? Now the answer is we do not need to write the concentration. Why? Because in the question it has been given that my magnesium and silver, they have been separated out as the form of solid, and the Nernst equation we have to be put only for the ions which is in liquid form. Okay, so there is no concentration, there is no need of that, so I would just remove it. So we have been left to solve this particular equation, and you can easily solve the equation. One more thing, bache, in the board exam, if question would become like this, you would be provided with logarithm table, and I hope that you know very well how to use our log table. If not, please check it out, because this is very simple. With the help of log table, you can calculate the value over here and you can calculate the answer. One more point is this. Most of the time, whenever we are taking with the question in board exam, they prefer not to give you logarithm table. Okay, so if they prefer not to give you logarithm table, that means we need to take some log values, keep in your mind. Okay, now first of all, I want to say you, in most of the questions you would be provided with only simple values like log 2, 3, 4, and so on. You know very well log 1 equals to 0, log 2 equals to 0.30, log 3 equals to, I think this is 0.577, log 4 you can calculate log 2 square, that would be equals to log a to the power b equals to b log a. This is a general formula. So this is equals to 2 log 2. You can write the value of log 2 and calculate log 4 then. Same as it is, log 5 is over there, that is equals to 0.68. Okay, So these 5 6 value you have to keep in your mind, because most of the time the question would not be so much complex. This is very easy. Sorry, 0.130, the question would be so much complex. They have been put you very simple equation, like I have taken the example of log 1 2 3 4 5, same as it is log 10 equals to 1. But if we have been provided that we have to calculate logs, this is equals to log 2 multiply 3, that is log a plus log b. This is general formula. You know the value of both and you can rewrite. Suppose we have been given log 16, so what would we do? That is log 4 to the power 4, and we know the formula. The 4 would become outside log 4. We would write log 4 as 2 log 2, put the equation and solve. So my point here is to explain to you, bache, most of the time you need to just keep these log values in your mind, because the question would not seem to be so much complex that you have to solve 0.130. Okay, most of the time you would be note there would be a logarithm table, so you have to keep your mind log 1 2 3 4 5 value. And moreover, how to use my log formulas, like I have taken log a to the power b, this is equals to b log a, same as it is if we have log into a into b, that would be equals to log a plus log. This is very simple general logarithm formulas that you have studied in your 11th class also. Okay, so just keep that in your mind, write somewhere in your notebook, so that you can easily solve the questions based on Nernst equation. Okay, moreover, when we start our chapter number 4, that is chemical kinetics, we will use this table also there. Okay, so that's why I'm stressing so much on this topic, so that my time would be saved, definitely. Okay, so this was all I wanted to say. This is complete about my Nernst equations. Now we have been left with our next topic. We have done our Nernst equation. We need to write the general application of Nernst equation. That is, with the help of Nernst equation, can we calculate another factors? Yes, there are. First one is my equilibrium constant, and second one is my Gibbs free energy. Both are very simple and based on a simple formula. Okay, so you have to remember all these 4 formulas for Nernst equation, so that you can solve your mathematical way. I have already told you, bache, in electrochemistry, there would be much less concept, or I can say probability of coming a question in theoretical form. Only the theoretical question is like that. You can take what would be the effect of dilution on the concentration of strong and weak electrolytes. Large ला के ऊपर भी definitely numerical आएगा. Okay, so dilution law, we have taken a simple graph that it would decrease, increase, that we can take. But most of the time there would be probability of owing a numerical. And this chapter is very important, almost 5 to 6 marks, and you will get 3 to 4 numerical portions from this chapter. So do not miss, try to solve more and more numericals from this chapter. Okay, so now we are left with Nernst equation and its applications, which are very simple, but I have to explain it a little bit. We do not have much time left, so we will see that in our tomorrow's class. Okay, so now class, if there is any kind of doubt or query, please let me know. If there is any kind of doubt or query, please let me know. This was all I wanted to explain about my Nernst equation and their applications. We would see tomorrow's. Okay, no doubt. Very good. Anyone else? Okay, but please keep that table in your mind. Write somewhere in your notebook and try to solve Nernst equation question. Okay? Anyone else, please, with any kind of doubt or query? Okay, so I'm just going to rub this topic. for tomorrow's class, I just give you hint that with Nernst equation.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, बच्चे.
I have a doubt.